Hi, I'm Susan. I'm doing a series of videos about being an artist, and a couple of weeks ago I did one about how hard it was for me to identify as an artist and to say I am an artist. And this one is somewhat similar. It's that I struggle with feeling that being an artist, making art, is a self-indulgent thing to do, kind of selfish and self-indulgent. And when I thought about where the sources of that coming from, it came to mind that I remembered the Aesop's fable of the ants and the grasshopper. And I'm pretty sure, memory can be fickle, but I'm pretty sure that I remember it from from elementary school, from when I was young. And I also think about it's time set in history, which was it was part of ancient Greece. So the attitudes in this, which I'm going to read, have a long history, both for me personally and for our culture. So, the ants and the grasshopper. One bright day in late autumn, a family of ants was bustling about in the warm sunshine, drying out the grain they had stored during the summer, when a starving grasshopper, his fiddle under his arm, came up and humbly begged for a bite to eat. "What?" cried the ants in surprise. "Haven't you stored anything away for the winter? What in the world were you doing last summer?" "I didn't have time to store up any food," whined the grasshopper. "I was so busy making music that before I knew it, the summer was gone." The ants shrugged their shoulders in disgust. "Making music, were you?" they cried. "Very well, now dance." And they turned their backs on the grasshopper and went on with their work. And the moral of this story is there's a time for work and a time for play. So before I talk anymore, I just want to say I was so busy making music that before I knew it, the summer was gone. I mean, that's the goal of, I think, an artist, is to get lost in your work so that you lose track of time. So the idea, so I have kind of 2 points to make on this. One is the idea that there's work and there's play. And I think that that is a problem for artists, because our goal is to make our work look as effortless as possible. You want to look as if it just kind of arrived, but yet it's a whole lot of work to get to that point. So we don't want the work to show, but yet, at least for me, I want to get credit that it is work. Sometimes people will come up to me and say, "Oh, I wish I had your talent," or "You're so lucky to have the talent." And I do feel, and if I look back at my old work, I mean, it did not scream talent for sure at the beginning. But, a lot of work has gotten me to where I am. And then the other part of the story, so that's kind of the personal thing on a wider scale. It's just, there is nothing in that story that has room for art. And I'm putting the grasshopper as yours. There's nothing there that has room. There's no sense of art being part of the social fabric. There's no sense of art being important, that in that case, they're presenting it as a self-indulgent activity of the grasshopper. So I kind of prefer to look at it differently. So in 1912, there was a strike in Lawrence, Massachusetts, which is near for me. It was led primarily by immigrant women, and it's called the Bread and Roses Strike. And they said, so there was kind of a song that came out of it, which is, "Give us bread, but give us roses too." So I am of the bread and roses point of view. I think that creativity matters, art matters, and that we as artists just have to figure out how we're going to put it out into the world and integrate it into our society. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.